This is Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN Plus. We're today from Tomlinson Stadium in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We got the A-State Red Wolves playing host to the Red Hawks of Southeast Missouri. That ball is a liner over Patrick Inkoff's head and short, and into left center field for a leadoff base hit. 1-1 hit on the ground right side. Will French will gobble that up. The runner goes to third, but he'll be there with 2 down after the ground out by Stouse. That ball, he came in again, and that was a yanked foul. It's 1-2.
Another one on the inside corner there. You can tell that there's a strategy today, and it's not leave the baseball out over the plate.
And there was
we had
a balk in there that allows the run to score. The 3-2 is a called third strike at the knees. Take a look at the lineup today. Saw a little bit, the chance to tell you Will French's at bat, the stuff he did yesterday. French laces this one, but it's at the left fielder. Stouse makes the catch, and the inning is over. Interesting, this had been really a sun-soaked day in Northeast Arkansas till about game time. There's a chopper right side. Kason Tollett will step on the bag and cap off a 1-2-3 inning for Cole Turner and Red Wolves in the top of the second.
Versatility is a high commodity at the college level.
And he grounds that one into left field. They sort of played him way up the middle with the shortstop, and Campbell hit it right where Ramirez would have been standing. And he ropes a pitch to left field. And that is going to get out of here into the SEMO bullpen. Cross jumper jumps on one for his first home run of the season. He is now driven in 3, and A-State takes a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I think he may have heard me. He said, "Yeah, old man, sure. I heard you say the ball's not going to carry today. I'll show you." Man, that's a great swing. Stayed back. Stayed through that baseball. It's just a really good swing by Jumper there on a ball that stayed in the zone a little bit too long.
1-2 to Jake Henry Williams, and he looks at a called third strike at the knees to close out Arkansas State in the bottom of the second. But the Red Wolves get a couple of runs on 2 hits, including a cross jumper home run to take the lead after 2. For the Red Hawks, where he led things off with a double and then came up later in the inning with the bases loaded and cleared them with his second double. Here he hits a ground ball right side. Tollett charged it. It got under him. French following up the play, but too late to get Ramirez. And this is still, you can even, the debate is on how it was interpreted in that situation, as Kettering singles to right. This time he's 2 for 2.
Swinging away. A little bit interesting there that he would bunt in the first, but 2 got there. It is.
Now he lays it down. Turner just fielded and looked immediately over to first to get the out there. Here's a grounder snagged by Turner. He's going to come home, and the throw is in time, but it was not held on to by the catcher, Zach Butler. And everybody's going to be safe. We're tied at 2. There's a bunt laid down, and it's a good one because he deadened it before Turner could even get to it, and then the throw hit the runner. So the Red Hawks take the lead as Kettering comes across to score his second run of the day. We'll start just loosening up. There's a grounder to short. French to Inkoff for 1. The turn is in time. 4-6-3 double play gets A-State out of the inning, but not before the Red Hawks go back on top. They made the trip to Jonesboro with him, and he draws a leadoff walk. So
I think at the time it was fine, but he would come up in 6th grade and practice with the high school. Josh told a story about him getting a hit off a 9th grader.
It was the ball that hit off the top of the wall and came back in. Now he hits it the other way, and that's going to be extra bases. Daedric Kale continues to swing a hot bat, and he's doing it to all fields. A 2-run double for the former Marion Patriot, and A-State's back on top.
Excellent job of staying inside that baseball and taking what he was given. A little breaking ball on the outside corner there. Stays inside, shoots it the other way. excellent piece of hitting by Mr. Kale there.
So his third double in about the last 24 hours.
In 05, we had Jeff Desmond set the school record with 20. Murray came not long after that, hit 13. Kyle McDonald hit 15 one year. I think that big bat's going to be a box check for Coach moving forward.
So Cranowetter gets the ground out to end the inning, but Arkansas State back-to-back two-run frames, back on top, 4-3. At the tied run in scoring position with 2 down here in the 4th. And he hits the ball in the air, out to left field. Charging in, Kason Campbell. He gives way to the shortstop, Ingskov, who makes the catch in foul territory.
He followed Coach Silva.
He hits it the other way. It's going to hold up in time for Dole to come charging in and grab it for out number 3. So A-State strands a couple here in the 4th as we move to the 5th. Red Wolves still on top, 4-3. We got Kettering out, but then he plunks Mugen to give Semo a leadoff base runner here in the 5th. That ball is laced in the right field for a base hit. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Mugen is going to get held up at third with a double. And once again, you see the Redhawks with business. Second and third, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Go ahead run in scoring position, tying run 90 feet away with nobody out. And on the first pitch, Corbin hits it high in the air out to left field. The center fielder, Quiller, ends up making that catch. They end up throwing into third base after hitting the cutoff. The runner there is safe.
Dang near left field. I don't think a back pick from the catcher's in order here.
In on the hands, slow rotor left side. Kale charges in, throws in time to get Wareheim and keep this a 4-4 game as the runner is stranded at third. Campbell slowly hit out to second, tried to flip with the glove, and pulling that play off is Kettering. What a play. That was his only shot, and he executed it to set A-State down in the 5th, tied at 4. Brought in a reliever just to face him in the 4th. He hits this one right up the middle where Ingskov was playing him, and he turns a 6-3 double play as he hit into his shift, and the Red Wolves get the double play to get out of the 6th and keep this a 4-4 game. We're in an era where, as he hits this one hard, backhanded by Ramirez, can he get rid of it in time? No. Just had a little bit of enough of a hitch in the transfer that Jumper with the wheels is able to beat that out for a base hit.
You know, there's something to it.
Well, hit and run, and it's going to be pulled off to perfection as it's hit in the right field. Jumper was on the move, and A-State has him at the corners with 1 out off the base hit from Jake Henry Williams. The hit and run pulled off to perfection, and a run scoring opportunity now for Butler. And he lays down a bunt. They're going to flip with the glove side home, and Jumper is safe. Got in under the tag to put A-State on top, and we may be taking our first trip of the day to the replay monitor. Well, we saw 5 reviews in the game yesterday. This is the first of the day.
I think he's in there.
Say this, I mean, Bo Whitaker had a really good look at it.
Let's see if the single shows us anything different.
Can't see the plate on that angle.
But again, the tag there, you can see it applied around the waist. And
it's going to be a good look. They go frame by frame here. Yeah, I think he's going to be safe. And the call is going to be upheld. So Jumper got in there in time, and A-State's on top 5-4.
A little bit tighter on the plate, making good adjustments here.
That one gets through the legs of the catcher, and coming in, not in time. They put the tag on Jake Henry Williams, and we may go to our second review of the inning.
And we'll see which way this goes, but there was a little bit of hesitation on the part of the catcher
from
Southeast
was.
Missouri. And if this goes the way of the Red Wolves, we're gonna. I don't know. That right foot came up. I'm not sure the right foot ever got there. Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you. The left foot was low, but it was the one, his back foot on the slide. The review's already over, and it's upheld. So Bo Whitaker went 2 for 2. At close plays at home in the bottom of the 6th, the Arkansas State picks up the lead, 5-4 as we go to the 7th. Richter's 0-2. Strike 3 called, and Chase Richter quickly strikes out the side here in the top of the 7th as he strolls back to the dugout for the 7th inning stretch with A-State on top, 5-4. He got ahead of Kale with strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is roped into right center for a base hit. And that's going to get by, cut off on the backhand, but still too late to keep Kale from picking up another double, his 4th in the last 2 games.
Boy, he is tight on the dish.
And right on cue, he was. And he wears one to move to first base and extend the inning to Patrick Ingskov. The 0-2 is hit, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Kale is going to come around to score. Campbell's headed to third on an RBI double by Patrick Ingskov. And A-State's on top 6-4. You can see the relief there from Ingskov, who knew he was due. And that ball is pulled at the third baseman, got through the legs of Corbin. Everybody's going to be safe. Campbell comes in to score, and it is 7-4. There's a ball hit up the middle. Johnston fields it and flips over for the 3rd out. But Arkansas State, again, with a 2-out rally, gets 2 across and takes a 7-4 lead into the top of the 8th. Next from Chase Richter is hit hard out to left, and Campbell's going to look up as that one goes over the wall for a solo homer. Cole Wareheim with the homer, his 1st of the year. Is also his 1st RBI of this season, and he said they're not going to go away. It's now 7-5 Red Wolves.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, if you look at the history of this program and what Coach Sawyer and Coach Ezell and staff have put together the last couple of years, you knew that this thing was far from over. Excellent swing there.
And Richter had been coasted. His first hit goes into the bullpen. The 1-2. Hit out to center. Quiller grabs it, and that'll do it for SEMO in the 8th. They get a run back on the Wareheim homer, and A-State comes to plate in the bottom of the 8th, leading 7-5.
Red Wolves are set up here to make another push.
The 0-1 pulled at the third baseman. Corbin going to try to go around the horn again. And
what a play.
He does. It's the 2nd time they've gotten Tollett on an around the horn double play, and the intentional walk works like a charm for the Red Hawks. It keeps this a 7-5 game as we go to the 9th.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense to leave your guy in at that point.
It's a ground ball out toward Ingskov.
Got to get rid of it.
And he does get rid of it. Throws the seed to retire Kettering for a big out number 1 here in the 9th. I had the best seat in the house. Midcourt calling the action. Now there's a ground ball over to Tollett. Richter gets off the mound and fields his position, covers the bag for out number 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a football game come the fall.
That's a 4-pitch walk to extend the ball game.
We'll see how they can finish up here.
Left side, Ingskov charging, scoops, throws, not in time. Tyne runs are aboard as this ball is hit out to center. Quiller to his right has a bead on it, and Arkansas State has knocked off the OVC defending tournament champs and preseason favorite. Red Wolves get back in the win column today by a final of 7-5.